12 months ago, when I said I'd start doing the vlog, I said I'd start doing some videos of various places. So, finally, this is the first one. Welcome to Flint Castle. Flint is one of those castles that you don't see a lot of. It doesn't get mentioned in the textbooks, really. Some academics tend to ignore it and think it's not as important, say, as Caernarfon or Conwy or Beaumaris or Harlech. It's not a UNESCO World Heritage Site like those four, and it and its neighbourhood lands a bit further that way aren't really bothered with. But Flint is a really, really important castle, so I thought today, weather's nice, I can't walk too far, I thought I'd talk about it. The reason I'm looking at Flint is because I had a bet with a mate of mine over a pint, where I've been looking at the archaeological evidence for display on various Welsh sort of towers where your king stands in front of you and says, "I'm the king," and you recognise the king because you see his face. And my mate said, right, I don't believe that your archaeological argument is going to be strong enough, so you need a historical argument. And I was like, well, why? Because if you were doing this in prehistory, your archaeological argument would be strong enough. And he said, yeah, but it's history, because you're in the medieval period and there are written documents, so you're going to need something. I bet you a pint. And I was like, pint's fair enough. So this is the result of quite a lot of thinking, and won me a pint. One of the things I was looking at was, how do you reflect to people that you are the king? How do you recognise a king? For example, now you've got, you see, for example, let's say the English royal family or British royal family, where you find them standing on a balcony and everybody knows who they are because they're stood on that balcony at Buckingham Palace. Or the Pope stood outside his window, where you see him and you go, of course it's the Pope. The Pope might change, but the window he stands in front of is not. It's always the same place. So I wanted to find out whether you found the same thing in English royalty as well as Welsh royalty. So I was looking at other castles, for example, Caergrawle, Dolbaddan and other places, and what you find is that these places have places for the prince, be it the Prince of Gwynedd, the Prince of Powys, to stand and say, he is the king, he is the person in charge, this is what happens. Now, Flint Castle, for example, gets written about in terms of it being a really important castle because the internal structure of the tower, which you can't see, and this is part of the reason why I'm talking about it, is really, really sophisticated, it's really clever, it does things that no other castle does and has European parallels. But if you're a Welsh noble who is coming to pay homage here, you've never seen the inside of any of these castles, unless someone's done you a sketch. Unlikely. Or taken a picture on my phone. Also unlikely. And what you're looking at is just a big round tower. Now a big round tower is fine, because if you are Welsh noble, you're used to seeing your high status lord stand in front of or on top of a big round tower, then you'll go, oh well, yeah, obviously he's in charge because he's stood on the tower. Fortunately, in the case of Flint, we've got some really good documentary evidence that the castle tower, this one, the Great Tower, started back in the 1280s. But in 1301, when Prince Edward, later to become Edward II, was going to be creating House of Wales, they decided to take him on tour, much like Prince George is on tour now, show him around, show everybody who he is, and it must have been the smell of fresh paint or lime wash or whatever, because everywhere they got to, they painted or prepared or got somewhere ready in order to make this a better place for him to visit and to show him that yes, all his castles were lovely and shiny, and yes, he could use any of them. So gardens were prepared, they were called the Prince's Garden. Other places, fish ponds were cleaned out so that he had lovely shiny fish. And in the case of Flint, they built another story on top of the tower that we see, a big wooden structure. All the documents say that structure, Prince Edward stood to receive the homage of the English nobles, who would now realise that he was, as Prince of Wales, the person that they would have to bow down to. So for my research, Flint's really